In the world of celebrities, every day feels like a new chapter in a never-ending story filled with glamour, challenges, resilience, and inspiration. And while headlines may often focus on scandals, courtrooms, and controversies, there is a much bigger picture, one that shows us how these individuals who seem larger than life are in fact human beings navigating the same complexities of ambition, dreams, friendships, and setbacks. And when we look at someone like Blake Lively, who recently found herself hit with back-to-back legal losses, we are reminded of how even stars with seemingly perfect lives experience moments of difficulty. Yet what keeps people hooked to her journey is not just the drama in the courtroom, but the way she continues to shine in her career, her influence on fashion, and her ability to connect with fans who see her as not only a Hollywood actress, but also as a woman balancing family fame and creativity. And that is something that resonates deeply with audiences worldwide, because beyond the flashing cameras, the designer gowns, and the magazine covers, there is always a story of growth and perseverance, just as we see with so many celebrities from different corners of the globe who have transformed challenges into stepping stones. Think about someone like Lady Gaga, who went from being rejected early in her career to performing on the biggest stages in the world, or Robert Downey Jr., who battled personal struggles only to rise again as one of the most iconic superheroes in modern cinema. Their journeys, much like Blake's, are filled with moments of doubt and triumph that inspire millions. And when we look at the bigger world of celebrity culture, it becomes this tapestry of success stories where each figure adds their unique color and texture, making the entire picture richer and more fascinating. We see it in the way Rihanna built an empire not only through her music, but also with her beauty and fashion lines, using her platform to create representation and inclusivity for people of all backgrounds. We see it in the way BTS from South Korea conquered global charts, breaking records and language barriers while spreading messages of love and self-acceptance. We see it in the way Oprah Winfrey transformed from a young woman facing adversity into one of the most influential voices of our time. And through all of this, the common thread remains the same: resilience, passion, and the courage to keep moving forward despite the noise and setbacks. So when the headlines scream about Blake Lively losing motions or facing tough rulings in court, it becomes just one moment in a much larger journey, one that also includes her stunning performances on screen, her work with charitable causes, her influence on style, and the love story she shares with Reynolds that fans can't stop adoring. And this blend of professional success, personal authenticity, and occasional controversy is what makes celebrities so fascinating to follow, because each new development becomes part of a narrative that millions feel invested in. And as we shift from Blake to others, we realize that every celebrity from Hollywood to Bollywood, from the music stage to the fashion runway, has a story worth telling, and that story is not only about fame, but also about the humanity that keeps them connected to their audiences, who cheer for them through thick and thin. As the spotlight moves across the globe, we see how interconnected the world of celebrities has become, and how one person's journey can ripple out, inspiring others in ways they never imagined. Take, for example, Priyanka Chopra, who began her journey in India as a beauty queen and an actress before making her way into Hollywood, and eventually becoming not only an international star, but also a voice for empowerment, inclusion, and cultural representation. Her marriage to Nick Jonas only amplified her visibility, yet she has never lost sight of her mission to break boundaries and open doors for others. And that balance between personal happiness and professional purpose is something audiences admire deeply. And it is mirrored in so many other figures like Zendaya, who grew from a Disney star into a global fashion icon, an Emmy-winning actress, showing young people everywhere that reinvention and growth are possible at every stage. Or Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who went from wrestling arenas to blockbuster films and business ventures, becoming a role model for discipline, resilience, and charisma. His connection with fans through social media makes him feel approachable, despite being one of the biggest stars in the world. And this connection between fans and celebrities is a vital part of the story, because while fame can create distance, platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube have actually allowed fans to feel closer than ever, seeing behind-the-scenes moments and hearing directly from the stars themselves, whether it's Taylor Swift inviting fans to secret sessions to hear her album early, or Billie Eilish opening up about her struggles with anxiety and self-image. These authentic moments create bonds that are stronger than any red carpet appearance could, and in that way, the celebrity world becomes more than just a place of glitz and glamour. It becomes a shared space of stories, struggles, and triumphs. And even when controversies arise, such as court battles like the ones Blake Lively has faced, or unexpected headlines like those involving Britney Spears and her conservatorship, what truly captures the public's attention is the resilience and the hope that emerges from these challenges. It shows us that even when stars stumble, they can rise again and sometimes stronger than ever. Like Jennifer Lopez, who faced criticism and setbacks, but continuously reinvented herself as a singer, actress, dancer, and entrepreneur, becoming one of the most admired figures in entertainment. Or Keanu Reeves, whose humble personality and quiet acts of kindness have made him beloved across generations, proving that you can be a megastar and still remain grounded and kind. And as we weave through these stories, we see how each celebrity's journey contributes to the larger narrative of inspiration, entertainment, and connection, reminding us that behind every headline, there is a human story that resonates with us all. And when we look at the evolution of celebrity culture, we realize that fashion has played one of the biggest roles in shaping their legacies, because outfits on red carpet stages and even casual streetwear moments become part of history. Think about Lady Gaga arriving at the Met Gala in theatrical ensembles that felt like performance art, or Rihanna redefining maternity fashion with bold, unapologetic looks that celebrated strength and beauty, or Harry Styles, who challenges traditional norms by wearing skirts and pearls, showing fans that fashion can be about freedom, expression, and fun. These moments go far beyond clothes. They send messages of inclusivity, acceptance, and individuality that echo across generations, and at the same time, celebrities often use their platforms for charity work, reminding us that fame can be a force for good, like Angelina Jolie, who has spent decades advocating for refugees, or Leonardo DiCaprio, who tirelessly raises awareness about climate change and environmental protection. Their efforts prove that being in the spotlight isn't just about receiving attention. It can also mean directing that attention toward causes that matter deeply and inspire action from millions of fans around the globe. And speaking of causes, think of Selena Gomez, who not only dazzles audiences with her music and acting, but also shares openly about her health struggles and mental wellness, turning her journey into a movement that helps countless young people feel less alone. Or Shawn Mendes, whose foundation supports environmental and youth empowerment projects, showing that even at a young age, celebrities can lead with purpose and heart. What makes all of these journeys so fascinating is the blend of vulnerability and strength, because every star, no matter how powerful today, started somewhere humble. Beyoncé was once a girl from Houston rehearsing in her mom's salon. Taylor Swift was a teenager knocking on record label doors with her guitar. Ed Sheeran was playing tiny pubs with just his voice and a loop pedal, and their rise to the top reminds us that dreams really can come true with passion, persistence, and resilience. Fans cling to these stories not only because they admire the music, the films, or the fashion, but because they see pieces of themselves in these stories. They see proof that setbacks can be turned into comebacks and challenges into stepping stones. And in that way, the world of celebrities becomes a mirror reflecting back the potential that exists within all of us. And while many people associate celebrities only with glitz, glamour, and spotlight appearances, there is also the quieter side of their lives where resilience and reinvention shine the brightest, because for every chart-topping hit or box office success, there are dozens of auditions, rejections, failed projects, and moments of doubt that fans rarely see. Take Robert Downey Jr., for instance, whose career nearly collapsed due to personal struggles. Yet, he rebuilt himself with unwavering determination and transformed into the iconic Iron Man, inspiring millions, not only as a superhero on screen, but also as a story of redemption in real life. Or consider Jennifer Lopez, who has balanced music, film, business, and motherhood while breaking barriers for Latina women in entertainment, and showing that success can continue to grow even after decades in the industry. Or look at Keanu Reeves, beloved not just for his blockbuster roles, but also for his kindness, humility, and generosity toward fans and crew members. Stories of him giving up his seat on the subway or quietly funding film crews highlight the human side of celebrity that resonates so deeply with audiences. And then there are artists like Adele, who turned heartbreak into soulful ballads that unite listeners around the world, or Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, whose journey from professional wrestling to becoming one of Hollywood's most bankable stars is fueled by discipline, hard work, and an unshakable optimism, reminding fans that reinvention is always possible. And if we shift our gaze globally, we see stars like Priyanka Chopra, who bridged Bollywood and Hollywood, breaking down cultural barriers, or BTS, whose rise from a small South Korean label to a worldwide phenomenon represents the power of persistence, teamwork, and connection with fans. Their messages of self-love, mental health, and resilience have impacted an entire generation, proving that celebrity influence can transcend borders, languages, and industries altogether. And when we think about the ways celebrities use their platforms beyond entertainment, it becomes clear that fame can be a vehicle for powerful change. Take Angelina Jolie, who not only captivated audiences with her performances, but also became a UNHCR Goodwill Ambassador, traveling to refugee camps, advocating for displaced people, and later serving as a special envoy. Her commitment shows how celebrity influence can spotlight humanitarian crises. Or consider Leonardo DiCaprio, who tirelessly campaigns for climate change awareness, founding the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation to fund environmental projects and producing documentaries to inspire global action. Then there is Rihanna, whose music dominates charts, but whose philanthropic work through the Clara Lionel Foundation provides scholarships and supports global health and education initiatives. And more recently, her role as a billionaire businesswoman with Fenty Beauty and Savage X Fenty has revolutionized the beauty and fashion industries by promoting inclusivity and diversity. A similar spirit can be seen in stars like Taylor Swift, who empowers her fans with messages of self-expression and resilience while also making significant donations to education, disaster relief, and LGBTQ+ causes. Or Lady Gaga, whose Born This Way Foundation advocates for mental health and kindness, sparking conversations that save lives around the world. And if we look further, we see how Malala Yousafzai, though not a traditional celebrity, has achieved global recognition for her advocacy of girls' education, proving that inspiration often transcends entertainment and merges with activism, inspiring both fans and fellow public figures to use their voices for good. And as we continue to explore these interconnected stories, it becomes clear that the world of celebrities is not just about awards and headlines, but also about the subtle threads of humanity that tie their journeys together. Because whether it is Blake Lively navigating the pressures of Hollywood while balancing family life, or Ryan Reynolds transforming his quick wit and charisma into a brand that extends from blockbuster films to entrepreneurial ventures like Aviation Gin, their stories mirror resilience and adaptation in ways that ordinary people can relate to. Even figures like Selena Gomez, who has openly shared her struggles with mental health, lupus, and the need for a kidney transplant, remind fans that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength that builds deeper connections with those who look up to her. Or consider Zendaya, whose meteoric rise from Disney Channel beginnings to Emmy-winning performances and high fashion influence makes her an emblem of modern stardom, blending talent, humility, and relatability seamlessly across generations. And then there are global figures like Shakira, who not only created music that defined eras, but also founded the Barefoot Foundation to provide education for underprivileged children in Colombia, or Cristiano Ronaldo, who is known for breaking sports records, yet equally recognized for his philanthropy, donating millions to hospitals, disaster relief, and children in need. These examples show us that celebrity culture, when stripped of its scandals and magnified beyond red carpets, becomes a mirror for perseverance, reinvention, generosity, and hope that inspire millions across borders, backgrounds, and languages. And while it is easy to focus only on the glamorous premieres and flashing cameras, there is something deeply moving about the quiet sacrifices and unseen labor that shape the lives of celebrities. Because for every unforgettable performance or jaw-dropping appearance, there are countless hours spent rehearsing, traveling, meeting fans, and preparing for roles that push their physical and emotional limits. Think of athletes like Serena Williams, who dominated tennis courts while overcoming injuries, criticism, and the challenge of being a trailblazer for women of color in sports, or Simone Biles, who became an icon not only for her unmatched athleticism, but also for her bravery in stepping back to prioritize her mental health, sparking a global conversation about well-being and balance in high-pressure environments. Or consider figures like Oprah Winfrey, who endured hardship and rose from poverty to build a media empire, influencing generations through empathy, storytelling, and philanthropy, while reminding the world that resilience and vision can reshape destinies. And then there is Beyoncé, whose dedication to excellence from Destiny's Child to her solo career showcases a relentless pursuit of artistry. But behind the spectacle, she emphasizes discipline, teamwork, and cultural pride, elevating voices and stories that inspire empowerment and unity across the globe, and even beyond entertainment. We see innovators like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, who despite controversies shaped industries with vision and risk-taking, pushing Boundaries that spark both admiration and debate, reminding us that the world of celebrities is not limited to Hollywood, but extends into sports business, activism, and innovation, where each story is a lesson about ambition, perseverance, and reinvention. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspirational celebrity stories.